What's up, everybody? Remington from Impulse Creative, and today we're going to talk about how to get the most out of HubSpot, Drift, and Clearbit. So Drift just negotiated a new contract with Clearbit to allow access to the Clearbit attributes that are collected when someone provides their email address. This can be really great for you to get additional context and allows for you not to necessarily have to ask questions about particular items within someone's business. For instance, their company name or their number of employees. Some of these items are automatically collected by Clearbit. And of course, you could still ask, but there is a very high potential for that information already being collected. So what I'm going to show you today is where you can find some of these Clearbit fields, and also in regards to HubSpot, how you can start mapping these attributes over. And then as a bonus, I'm going to show you a new feature that Drift just unrolled that allows for you to see a log of activity that's happening between the syncing of HubSpot and Drift. So a lot of nerdy stuff today, but it's going to be really great because you're going to get a little bit more insight into how these two platforms can integrate. So what you can see here is I am in the settings for HubSpot, and how you would get here is you'd go to apps, then of course you would choose HubSpot, and from there you get this menu. So there's a couple different settings in HubSpot that we want to make sure we dig into. One is the information that is synced. And so you can see here Drift syncing to HubSpot. We can sync all the leads that come into Drift. We can also set the lead owner in HubSpot, and I'll show you more about how to do that in a minute. And then you could send Drift activity data to HubSpot. Now, this send Drift activity data is going to come across as events. So in most cases, you would need a HubSpot enterprise account. Now, the other thing that's neat is HubSpot can sync over to Drift. And what we can do is we can identify visitors that come in via the HubSpot cookie. And what that means is you could have people that come in via a HubSpot email, that they convert on a particular form. We're already going to have some buyer's context into who they are. So from there, that's the synced data. If we go back to the HubSpot integration page, you'll also have the opportunity to map HubSpot attributes. And these HubSpot attributes, you can go crazy, but there's a couple big things that you would want to make sure you bring across. Obviously, first name, last name, email, but you can also go through and you can add in phone, and you can create any custom properties that you want to come across. Where we start to get a little excited with Clearbit's integration, and now that they've opened up the ability to port over this data, is you can start to choose the fields that Clearbit automatically populates. And I'll have a link to this in the comment or in the description of this video. But this is a list of all the different fields that get populated from Clearbit. So you can see employment name, employment title. That's basically the company name, the individual's title, the individual's role. You can see their seniority level in a lot of cases. It'll show where they're located. It'll show their latitude and longitude. It'll show their state. And of course, it can even pull in their website domain. And then depending on the level of your Drift plan, you may also get some additional fields as well. So now that Clearbit's opened up the integrations, we can now take this data and we can pull this data across to HubSpot or any other integration platform that you have. So now that you know which fields you can take, then you can go back over to that integration. You can add a new field right here. And so for instance, we're going to do employment name. And you'll see employment name is right here. And what we'll do is we'll sync this over to company in HubSpot, right? So now what we've done is we're syncing employment name to company name. So you just hit the button update here, and then it's going to update all of the future contacts that come through when they convert. Now, the other thing that is very interesting, especially when you're trying to see whether this is set up correctly, is Drift has added a new button here called View HubSpot Event Log. And the neat thing about the HubSpot event log is you can go through and you can see the logs so that you can do some due diligence to make sure your integrations are going right. So you can go back and you can look at particular time frame, and of course you can widen up your hours and you can see all the different times that there are items. And so in this case, you'll see that there's an error with our analytics data that I had tried to map over, and it can't be set because it's read-only. This is the kind of stuff that you'll be able to understand and know. And of course, you can take this and make adjustments to your integration as well. But that's it for the tutorial today. Keep in mind that these fields are coming from Clearbit, but you may also want to ask for these. But if you have any questions about Drift, integrations, or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at @RemingtonBeg. I'd be more than happy to help you out. If you'd like to see some other tutorials we've done, you can go ahead and you can do that right here. And if you'd like to subscribe to our channel for these daily video tutorials, you can do that right here. But until next time, I'm Remington from Impulse Creative. Have a great day.